Okay, guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about what to look for, how to check if a serger is in time. A lot of people think these sergers are very complicated. They say there's a whole lot of traffic going on down in these things, and they don't want to mess with them. So I'm going to show you very simplistic how to check the timing on any serger. This particular one is a jet air threading serger by Babylock. You can do this with any of the jet air threading sergers by Babylock. So I showed you in a previous video how to get the cover, bottom cover off and the throat plate off. I'm going to open these doors and we're going to get started. Here's what I'm going to tell you before we do anything. Is what I want you to do is change these needles out. These needles are very crucial. So it's very crucial that these needles are changed and brand new. I'm going to take this ankle off here. It's just got a Phillips screwdriver on the side. You loosen it, the ankle falls down. I'm just taking it off just so you can see these loopers a little better with the white background. So it's very crucial that you have good needles in here. The left one looks like it's pushed up higher or shorter than the right needle. It's the same needle. The left one's pushed up higher. It does have a little window here, and you can look in this little window and make sure the ends of the needles are pushed up all the way to the stop. So needles are critical for the sergers. I always put a 90-14 in to time them. It's a little easier to see. You can make sure that they are close enough to the scarf. It's just a general needle that all the manufacturers put in the machine when they assemble these things. So it's an easy reference to go back to. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this hand wheel all the way forward, and you're going to watch this upper looper first. You have an upper looper and you have a lower looper. We're watching this upper looper, the one that comes on top of the fabric. We're going to turn it until it cannot come any further to the right. It is all the way to the right there. It won't come any further if you tried. I'm going to grab something to help us see a little better. This is just a white sheet of paper. I'm going to slide it over here, and hopefully you can see that silver looper a little easier on this background. Okay, there we go. So you can see the tip of the looper here and the side of the needles. This looper is as far over as it can get. This is timing on the upper looper, guys. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab my Allen wrenches out of my Allen wrench set. This is a 5.5 millimeter Allen wrench. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the flat part of the wrench up against these needles. And you're going to put the flat part up against the needles. And you're going to drop it down. And if you can see that flat part up against those needles, and on this other side here, my other flat spot is even with the tip. It's hard to see in the video, but I'm moving the wrench in and out. That tip of that looper is dead even with the outside of this Allen wrench on the other side. So again, we're going to put the flat part against the needles, drop it down, and this tip of this looper should be even with the outside of that Allen wrench. That is on any of your Babylock sergers. It's hard to see, but there it is. That is how you check the timing on the upper looper of your Babylock machine. So if it's too far left or not enough, advanced enough, too far right, there is a screw underneath the machine that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you how to loosen that screw and where it's located. What you're essentially looking for is you're going to follow this shaft here. I'm going to point it out with the screwdriver. It has this shaft here, and this shaft here moves when you turn the hand wheel of this machine. So what you're going to watch for is where this shaft goes, and you can turn this machine on its back, and I'll show you exactly where it goes. I'm going to shut these covers just so you can see it. Position this machine exactly where you can see the Allen screw. So if you follow that shaft down, guys, it comes through this collar here. There's an Allen screw right here. This is the Allen screw that adjusts the timing on the upper looper. It has a slot here in the metal, as you can see. What you can do is just loosen this screw. Maybe 1.5, 2 turns. You don't have to loosen it a whole lot, just a couple turns, and it will loosen that screw, and that will allow this upper looper to move left or right. I like to keep it a little bit taut so it's just not going to move on me. I like to keep it just a little bit so I can move it left or right. And once I have this screw loosened, then I'll come up to the top side and make sure that that end of the looper, got a looper here, this very tip of the looper is going to be exactly lined up. I'll try to put it together here so we can see it. It may work and it may not. So I'm going to lay it down here just so you guys can see. I know this needle is huge. It's just for demonstration purposes. But what you're going to make sure is when that looper is all the way to the left, you're going to have 5.5 millimeters from the edge of this looper to the tip of the needle. That's perfect timing right there. If it's too far like this, the looper needs to move outwards. If it's too far like this, the looper needs to be inwards. So when it's butted up with that needle, it should be the tip of the looper comes to the flat side of the Allen wrench, just like that. That's upper looper timing, guys. So now let's talk about the lower looper. The lower looper is a little hard to see on this machine because of the position of it, but it's not hard to get to. So I'm going to open up these two covers here. Turn this hand wheel for you guys. You see your lower looper right here. Here is your lower looper. It's the only moving part on the bottom side that swings left to right. And here's what's going to happen. You're going to turn this hand wheel forward. Now, on the rise of this needle, and when this looper is coming to the right, the eye of the needle should line up perfectly with the eye of the looper. And here's what I mean by that. Get it on the white background for you guys. So when that needle is coming up and that looper is coming over, it should line up perfectly, just like that. You should be able to put a piece of thread through that eye of the needle, and it should go through the eye of the looper. It should be lined up just perfectly, man. It's so critical, just like that. See the eye of the looper through the eye of the needle. That's how it should end up. If the looper comes over, it's too far advanced, the looper's missing it, you need to bring the looper over just a little bit. So that's how it should line up. And it should pass through each other every single rotation. If it does not, you'll follow this lower looper down. It has an Allen wrench inside of here, which is not the easiest one to see on this video, but here it is. You're going to loosen that Allen wrench, same size as the bottom. You're going to loosen it, and you can move this upper looper left or right until it passes through the eye of the needle. So eye of the left needle, you're looking for the extreme left needle here for timing on the upper looper and the lower looper. So that is basic serger 101 timing of the upper looper or the lower loopers. But before you do that, make sure you change those needles out to 9014s and they're pushed up all the way, and make sure you have the correct needle in there. So see you guys in the next video.